Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're diving into something truly special. Polaris has received her second talisman, the Talisman of Blizzard, and it has already sparked a heated debate in the community. Is this new talisman a real upgrade, or is the Talisman of Supernova still the stronger option? That's exactly what we're going to find out today. We'll compare the two talismans side by side, look at the numbers, test Polaris in offense and defense, and uncover the truth about what Blizzard really brings to the table. But before we get into the full breakdown, you know what time it is. It's giveaway time, Guardians. Just leave your player ID down in the comments, and in 5 days we'll pick 5 lucky winners. Each winner will get 5,000 metacubes and an extra 5,000 Hydra coins. That's a total of 10,000 resources per winner, and a massive boost for your journey. Don't miss your chance. Drop your ID, cross your fingers, and good luck. Now let's get back to Polaris and her talismans. The first talisman, the Talisman of Supernova, has been around long enough to prove its worth. It gives Polaris 2000 intelligence, and a huge boost to magical critical hit chance. These two stats are the foundation of her identity. Supernova makes Polaris a relentless damage dealer and a control specialist at the same time. With critical hits, she stuns harder, her support effects scale better, and her damage output skyrockets. In fast-paced battles, Supernova is devastating. She thrives in short fights where her stuns and crits can shut down the enemy team before they even get started. Combined with Aurora Borealis, her fourth skill, Supernova pushes Polaris into overdrive. The damage rolls in, the stuns chain together, and her entire team benefits from the chaos she creates. But Supernova has its weaknesses. It doesn't give Polaris more health or defensive stats. If she gets caught out, she can go down quickly, and when she's gone, the team loses one of its strongest support tools. That's the trade-off. Supernova is all about aggression. You either win fast, or you risk losing Polaris before she can make an impact. That brings us to the Talisman of Blizzard. This is where things take a very different turn. Instead of raw aggression, Blizzard is built for endurance. It gives Polaris a staggering 140,000 extra health, pushing her total close to 420,000 when fully built. It also adds toughness, and this defensive layer becomes even more valuable when her health dips below half. Suddenly, Polaris isn't just a fragile support who relies on fast victories. She becomes a hero who can survive longer and give her team more time to work. On paper, Blizzard looks like a huge survivability boost. And it is? But here's the problem. To gain that extra health and toughness, you lose what makes Polaris truly shine. By choosing Blizzard, you give up 2000 intelligence and more than 5000 magical critical hit chance. That is a huge drop. And since Polaris' role is built around aggression, crits, and damage pressure, the cost is steep. We put both talismans to the test, and the results confirm what the numbers suggest. With Supernova equipped, Polaris deals significantly more damage. Her stuns hit harder, her team benefits more from her pressure, and battles end much faster. With Blizzard, she does survive longer, but her output drops. The fights drag on, and her definition as a super support who controls the pace of the game is weakened. In offense, Supernova is the clear winner. If your goal is to break through enemy teams, apply pressure, and win before the enemy can recover, Supernova is still the way to go. It maximizes Polaris' strengths, keeps her true to her identity, and delivers consistent results. Blizzard, however, has a place in defense. Longer fights can sometimes favor survivability, and Blizzard does give Polaris the tools to endure when she's being targeted early. Against certain opponents, the extra health and toughness can tilt the outcome. But even here, it doesn't make her unbeatable. It simply makes her a bit harder to bring down. So what's the verdict? If you already own the Talisman of Supernova, keep it as your main talisman. It is still Polaris' strongest option, and it defines her role perfectly. Blizzard is a nice addition, and it has potential for the future, especially if she gets more skins or if balance changes shift the meta toward longer battles. But right now, Supernova does what Polaris was designed to do, better and faster. Blizzard is not a disappointment. It's a survivability-focused talisman that adds value in specific situations. But Supernova is still the talisman that makes Polaris a star. Guardians, that's the full breakdown. 2 talismans, 2 very different playstyles, but only one that truly brings out Polaris' full potential. What do you think? Do you prefer the survivability of Blizzard, or the raw aggression of Supernova? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, leave your player ID for the giveaway. 5 winners, 10,000 resources each, metacubes and Hydra coins are waiting. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.